Good morning, everybody. Sorry for being late. My camera decided to freeze as I was prepping this, as I was getting this all ready. Um, this is Teresa Marsh. I'm your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Eastern North Carolina. We're going to be doing some interesting things this morning. I've got, I'm so excited because the mini catalog is live. Hello. We can finally look at it online. We can finally see it inside. Did you get a copy? Did you get a copy of did you get a copy of this mini catalog? It is so cool. There's so many different things in it that are so nice. One of the things we're going to be using today is the Nest. Well, I had lost the page. Is the Nests of Winter. Well, it's the Winterly Treetops bund. Well, the comes from the Winterly Treetops. It's on page 31. The Nests of Winter set. This is a set I used a while back. I can't remember if I used it on a live or in a tutorial, but this is a really cool set. So if I didn't use it on a live, I will go in after. Good morning, Amanda. I'm glad you got your catalog. Thanks for hanging in waiting for me. But today, like I said, we're going to be using parts of this. We're going to be using this paper. Excuse me. This paper right here. You see the double birds, the two birds there? Well, maybe I can show you in the paper itself. We're going to use, well, you won't have any trouble figuring out what we're going to use because there it is, all cut up. Anyway, this is what the front of this page looks like, and this is what the back of it looks like, or the other side of it. We're gonna we die cut one of these. I die cut one of these double birds here to be a focal point on another card, and that's the only thing I used from the Nests of Winter suite. But I have the whole suite, and it is awesome. It is so awesome. This card today, like I said in my intro, puts together quite a variety of products. It's got a focal image from the Nest of Winter. This is the stamp set that goes with that. And of course, you can see that stamp and that focal point from focal image that I'm going to use. I die cut it straight out of the paper. And as you can see, it's very much that right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this into a birthday card or what. But anyway, I'm also going to use the Country Woods paper. And as you can tell, I've had a lot of fun with that. And we're going to use a piece from this because I thought that those pool party birds might look pretty cool next to that. You know. But I have to put a background behind them because I'm going to make it into a slider card. So I have to decide what base I'm going to use. I've got several options here. Anyway, there's the slider portion. It'll need to be cut down. But I need to decide whether I'm going to use a base behind it that picks up this color, or if I'm going to use a pool party base behind it. Let me grab that so you can see that. You can help me figure out which one I'm going to use. You can help me figure out which one to use. There we go. So if we're going to have a focal point of this, Should we use the Misty Moonlight, which picks up this, or Pool Party, which picks up this and that? Now, in all fairness, we are going to have something behind that helps this thing slide, and it's also going to have, it might have a sentiment on it. Now, one of the other things I could go really subtle with basic gray. I had a couple of options for behind the piece, which was to pick up the basic gray, which is this color, or to pick up Misty Moonlight, which is this color. So, about the base, which color do we want? Do we want Misty Moonlight or do we want Pool Party? Any options? Any opinions out there? The lighter, okay, the Pool Party. Okay, we'll go with that. All right. Now, if we're going to put these two together, do we want to, when we go to put it together, do we want to pick up a darker blue or a gray? Which do we want? Can you see that pretty well? Because the gray picks up on this stripe, and the darker blue picks up on this stripe. So which one looks better? The gray or the blue? And I can cut another one if you like one pattern better than that. But you can see this one is more, I cut this one out. These came from the okay, Spotlight on Nature. There we go. Those came from the Spotlight on, these guys came from the Spotlight on Nature. See, from all kinds of things. Okay, so let's take the gray out then. We got to vote for the blue. All right. I appreciate the input. I certainly do. All right, so that's where we're going to go with it. Now let's see if I can make this happen in real time. All right. We are going to, I found this particular, I came across this particular design at a demonstrators meeting not too long ago. And I just fell in love with it. So our base, we're going to do Pool Party. Now, as you know, our paper is 8.5 by 11, right? So this is a factory measured 8.5. Well, our paper for this, we need 8.5 by 8. So I've already got 8.5 going this way because that's how big the paper is. So 8.5 by 8. So this is scrap. I'm going to score this at 4. And at 1/2. So I'm going to do the half on this side. Okay. All right. So you've got 8.5 by 8, scored at 4, and then with a 1/2 inch tab on that end. All right. Now, this piece, we're going to cut this at 7 3/4. Okay. 7 3/4. So you see that right there, right? And that's a scrap. I think that's all the major cutting I have to do. I know where to find it if I have to do something else. Oh, whoops. It's cut it forward. I don't need that. I need three and I need 3 3/4. Well, I guess if we're not going to use this dark, let's cut that piece off. Let's cut that stripe off. Minimize that stripe. I would keep it if we were going to use the darker circle in our focal point. All right, there we go. Now, we have done something wrong here. It's not my first time, is it? Okay, this is supposed to be 3 3/4 times 7. This is right. Oh, you know what? I scored this on the wrong angle. Let me try that again. Let me try that again. All right, this is 8.5 by 11. So this is the 8-inch side. All right, we're going to cut it there. Then this way, then we turn it, which I didn't do, and we score it at 4. And then you turn it, or you can do it on the other edge. I like doing it on the other edge. Anyway, and score it at the 1/2 inch mark. Right there. Now that should work. I scored it on the wrong direction, from the wrong side. There we go. There we go. Now, we're going to do something that is going to seem kind of odd. We're going to go ahead and let's take one of these pieces here. I'm going to need that in a minute. We're going to go ahead on this and attach it because we have to have these 2 pieces together for our next step. So let's look at this and let's go with our stamp and seal. Across, across, and kind of in the middle to get it to hold really nicely. You can use stamp and seal, or you can use the multi-purpose glue. I have a hard time. I do better with glue on larger pieces because the tape wants to grab before I'm ready for it to grab. There we go. I still didn't get it very straight, but you have the same problem I do, I'll tell you. That is not straight. Well, that maybe it is straight. It's the score line. It's not straight, so we're going to fix that. There we go. That's much better. That works. All right. So one of the things we're going to do here, in order to fix the slider, we're going to have to cut this piece. We're going to have to cut a slit in there. So what we're going to do, let's see, we're going to put this end with the little tab cut in it. We're going to put it at the 2-inch mark. Then we're going to put our cutter here at 1 inch, and we're going to cut from 1 to 7. So that should give us an inch on either end. All right. So we have that cut through both pieces, and it gives us an inch on either end. I don't know why I put that down, because now I need to make a tab. That's 3 3/4 by just 3/4. All right. And it's going to go there. It's going to be our sliding mechanism. All right. So now I need an inside slider. And we're going to use basic white. And what we want is one that's 3 3/4 by 7.5. 3 3/4. I thought it was closer to ready for this morning than I am. Sorry if I'm taking too long. Oops, I forgot. 3 3/4 by 7.5. All right. So we know this is 8.5 in its width, so we're going to cut an inch off of it. And that's going to fit inside there. All righty. Now, all right, we're still going. My computer just did something, and I was going, oh, no, you didn't cut off on me again. It's just absolutely frustrating when it does that. All right. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to add a dimensional here on this tab after slid through like that. And then we're going to put tear and tape on the back of this. All I got to do is find my tear and tape. I was out crafting last night, so I've got things not quite as arranged as I might often have. Yes, I try to fool you guys into thinking I have this. I have this organized. But as you can see, sometimes I do not. Don't have to be organized to craft. You just have to want to craft. Okay, I want that to be about there. I'm also going to add tear and tape to this right here. To this tab right here. And let's do this. I keep taking a little bit of cardstock with it when I try to tear it, so I'm going to just cut it. All right. All right. Now with the slit at the bottom, I am going to punch a little thumb right there. All right. And just landed in my lap. This, I used a 1.5 inch punch. Now I'm going to attach my inner portion, my slider portion, because believe me, you want it attached before you stamp it because you want to know for sure where to stamp it. So, of course, you can dry fit it. I'm going to put it right there. You can dry fit it and know where to stamp it, but that would take too much organization, right? Now we're going to close this. Uh-oh. You see what happened? It picked up on the old, oh no. It picked up on the old crease instead of the new one that I made. I forgot that I had, this is not working out the way it's supposed to, is it? There we go. All right, let's try this again. Yes, I made a bit of a mess, but look, fortunately, it's on the inside. All right. Let me try that again. Tear and tape from one end to the other. Yes, I messed up my cardstock, but it's all on the inside of the card, so no biggie. Now, let me get my ruler to help me make this fold where it needs to be. I have not taken the top off the tear and tape yet. I'm just adding to the intensity of this bond. There we go. Now maybe it'll go the right place now. Now, pick up the tear and tape. And place it down on your card. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. It's not got this huge thing at the bottom. A little bit of fray showing there. No problem. And we have a little bit of the card showing here, the inner part. Now, to get building the front. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the front. We might have to trim this a bit here so that it won't show underneath. Because we know we're going to put this piece here. And then we're going to put this piece on top and then this piece here. So what we need to figure out next is what greeting we're going to use. We could do happy birthday because we have in the country birdhouse. That's what I used on the birthday cards I made before with this design. We used the happy birthday, and then I put hoping you have the best day ever on the inside. But I was just kind of thinking I might want something a little different. So Country Flowers has this sending love. You know what I love about Country Flowers and Country Birdhouse? There's a lot I love about those two. But the fonts on the two are the same. They're a mix of type typeset and cursive writing, and they're the same fonts. I love putting these together. So if I wanted to, I could put hello friend. Let's do that. Hello friend on the front, and then best friend ever on the inside. Let's do that. Hello friend. Let's see if it'll fit. I have to figure out if it'll fit. Let's take a look, see. Dry fitting, dry fitting. Oh yeah, if I put it at as far down as it'll go, then I'll put this around it. Okay, this will work. Let's go neutral and use Memento. Tuxedo black Memento pink. Okay. We could use Misty Moonlight. Okay. I've got a nice pad here, pad of paper here. So it's going to pad this polymer stamp. Hello, friend. So that comes from the Country Birdhouse. And in the Country Flowers, we have the best friend ever. Boy, am I going to have a mess to clean up after this. I've got stuff all over the place here. So, friend. Then we put this way down here. You'll have to plan out what you're going to write in this one. There's plenty of room for writing, but we're going to just put best friend ever down here at the bottom. And that will take care of our stamp. All right. If you like my videos, yeah, it does sound better than birthday. Alrighty, if you like my videos, I'd really appreciate it if you share them on your timeline. Like and share. That would be awesome. Now we've got a lot going on here. Let's see. Do we want to put? We're going to have to put that a little bit off center so that we don't have to cover up any of the hello friends, so that it'll fit in that niche right there. So I think what we're going to do, what we need to do is put glue, because there's going to be so much of this baby hanging off that we don't want to mismatch. Now let's look here. About there. So let me get my pencils. Don't overdo. Tell myself no further than this. But the rest of it can be covered. All right. I have to give myself a boundary, right? But that means everything else can be on there. Everything else can have glue on it, a little bit of glue, so it'll hang on really well. All right. You get my picker upper, you like that, picker upper. And we're going to place our hello friend right there. Well, even then, I glue where I didn't have it. I just obviously don't have to be perfect. Can you tell? All right. Now we could, if we wanted to, we could put this up on dimensionals. But I think, all things considered, It might be best if we just put it flat. So we're going to put it flat. We're going to center the circle on the circle as best we can. There we go. I think we have room for another dimensional there, which will do nothing but help. Let's take a look, see if we have room. Yes, we do. So we're going to take these two tops off and put this as far over as I can. Put it there. Wait a minute. There we go. I'll put my lid on my glue so I can still use it sometime later. We're almost finished here. Now there's a couple things you can do here. You can leave this just like this. All right. Best friend ever. Hello, friend. Best friend ever. Isn't that cute? If you feel like you need to, you could put glue, a little strip of glue in there, but it doesn't really need it. Another thing you could do if you wanted to is you could take some of the little bit of pool party and make a tab there. But what I like to do, if I can find it, of course I put it away. Toots. What I like to do is put a little bit of ribbon right there. Hold on. Sorry about that. So we're going to use a little piece of this. This is the Petal Pink and White 1/4-inch diagonal trim combo pack. I really like this ribbon. And it didn't take very much for this particular use. So what I shall do is grab my glue dots. Let's see if it'll let me do it this way. Is the ribbon going to pick up? No. The ribbon does not pick up glue dots very well. Liquid glue does best for ribbon. So I'm going to put that there and let it dry a little bit. Boy, that does not look centered at all, does it? And it's not going anywhere. It's not good. Okay, how about this? How about Terry? This might convince you to use a paper tab instead of a ribbon tab, huh? Okay. We're going to put a bit of tear and tape here. And that does it. And a bit of tear and tape. Where did I put it down? I just had it in my hand. Where did I put it? This is not my day. Oh my goodness. This is just hilarious. I am such an airhead times. It's almost amazing. Okay, little piece of tear and tape there. And pull the paper off. There we go. Just about pulled the tear tape off. And then fold this in. Fold this in and press there. All right. So there you go. I'm sure you ladies and gents will be able to do. Yeah, I did have a small stapler, Amanda. That would work too. Yeah. So there you go. Hello, friend. Best friend ever. I might have to send this to one of you ladies as a prize. In fact, let's do that. Let's take a look at this. This week, I will do a drawing to get this card. It did eventually come together well, right? So if you go to my blog this week and comment on this card, I will do a drawing for a name for somebody to win this card as a prize. So I like the way this one turned out. I like the combination of the colors. It could have been built more smoothly, but my friend is not an airhead. She's just a fun person. Thank you. This is a fun thing to do on a Thursday morning. I apologize for being a little late. My camera froze. And so I had to pop on a little bit late because I had to back up, regroup, and all that good stuff. But there you go. I thank the ladies that were at the quarterly, the demonstrators that were at the quarterly, particularly Paula Carson, because she's the one who brought this design to the quarterly, and I just so fell in love with it. I so fell in love with it. This will fit into a business size envelope, but one of the things I thought about is whether I could create an envelope, make an envelope that would be, if you will, a better fit for it. So we'll see. We shall see. But it would fit in a business size envelope. A business envelope will be a little bit long for it. There we go. But it will fit in a business size envelope. So, but that's not very pretty, huh? So anyhow, let me show you the other ones I made as I was playing with this. The others I did not use I didn't use this focal point. I did a stamp from I think this was the Country Birdhouse. Yes. This is the one I did at the event. And as you can see, I mismeasured and cut the slit a little low, but that was okay. And that worked. Look, that ribbon stays on just fine. So, but that one works. That's hello, friend, and hoping you have the best day ever. You could use that for birthday or for whatever. And I decided on this one. I was for sure going to go happy birthday. I was thinking about some birthdays I had coming up, but this one wouldn't work because the birthday I was thinking of is for a fellow, and he's very anti-pink, and I actually gave a pink breasted bird. But happy birthday, hoping you have the best day ever. But this one, with this focal point, can you see how much dressier it looks? These are wonderful, don't get me wrong. Wonderful, simple cards. And you could stamp almost any small image there that you like. But when I realized how well this particular bird image picks up on these colors, I thought, I really like that. Yeah. Yep, right. You're right. If the envelope is a little big, just decorate it. That's right. That's right. We could decorate it with the wood paper or just a bit of this paper, or get the everyday dies out and put the little crisscrosses up here. That would be pretty too. Have you seen the everyday dies? Those are wonderful. All right, ladies and gents, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to let you go. It's time for me to let you go. If you don't have a mini catalog, it's under here somewhere. You would laugh if you saw my parts of my desk. It's not on camera. If you don't have a mini catalog and want one, feel free to drop me a line at Teresa at Sassy Stamping with Teresa and let me know. I will send you a catalog with a $25 order. I will send it for free if you make a $25 order. And there is a catalog available online. So you don't have to, I don't know about you, but I would love to be able to leaf through a catalog. I can look at a catalog online, but I use little sticky tabs and write notes to myself and things like that. So I like to have a on-hand catalog. Something else that's exciting that has happened is we have a brochure also that has come out. We have a brochure for scrapbooking that has come out. So we've got some scrapbooking kits. This came into being too quickly to be able to get into the catalog because the catalog has to be plotted out and planned way ahead of time. But by the time the next annual catalog comes out, we will have scrapbooking kits and things like that inside. But the scrapbooking kits are awesome. I wish I will post on Facebook. I will post a comment underneath this once it populates. I will post a comment about the scrapbooking. In fact, I need to write myself a note. Scrapbooking. Scrap catalog. It's a brochure. And what else did I say I was going to post about? Remind me. What else did I say I was going to post about? Or that I was going to make a comment about? Amanda, do you want me to bring one tonight? No, not tonight. Do you want me to bring one to you? Or do you? No, you said you got yours. You just got yours yesterday. That's right. Okay. So scrapping. I'm going to scrapbook catalog or brochure. I'm going to post underneath here. And I will hopefully see you next week. Remember, although I do love you, I do love having you here, I do love working with you and playing with cards with you. Remember, no matter what, God always loves you more than I do. He loves you right where you are, and he loves you too much to leave you there. All right, ladies, have a good morning, and I shall see you later. Bye.